Last time on
South Park.
You were all exposed to a student here who was taken to the hospital due to COVID. Yes.
We were there, and Token was actually taken to the hospital because you guys shot him.
Yes, due to COVID. It was COVID related.
That doesn't make any sense!
next time on
South Park.
Get all the vaccines you can and bring them here to school. You do that, you just might get your teacher back.
Better watch your backs in school tomorrow. Yeah.
We are essential workers.
He's offering us $2,000 for a vaccination.
I just wanted to believe in something that would get me out of the house.
No. That's some funny shit.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and tomorrow night we're going to see a lot of people triggered. A lot of people bent out of shape because it is the return of South Park with another 1-hour special, this time featuring the everybody's rush to get their little injection in the arm. Now, again, I'm sure South Park will meme on both sides accordingly. And although, in my opinion, they've gotten a little soft, a little more one-sided, it's still pretty good. It's why South Park has been around as long as it has. Last year, this time, activists were trying to cancel South Park because of its harmful nature, and I'm sure tomorrow's going to be hilarious. Now, when I watched their last 1-hour special, I got to admit, it was funny, but I think 1-hour specials for South Park are a little long. I think 30 minutes is still the right amount of time for a cartoon. But you're seeing a lot of some of the articles, coming out here. South Park, when is the special on where Cartman weaponizes social distancing? Butters is seen joining the little cuties, an apparent riff on the queue. Again, these are a tiny group of people that were constantly used by the left as they try to represent the common conservative as some of these whack jobs. Now, a new trailer has been unveiled. The media is already preparing. The media is already preparing to be butthurt about it. I mean, look, I get it. I know I've come across both iterations IRL. The hyper scared doomer, the posting their selfies with their shots, which is cringe. But then also the people that are they're putting microchips in everybody's arms and blah, blah. There's definitely a hyperbolic and, there's a huge room for hilarious jokes on both sides for sure. Now, Cartman can be seen at the beginning of the 30-second clip released on Wednesday by Comedy Central getting in an argument with Butters' father, Steven Stotch, who's inside the house. When Cartman taunts Stotch, telling him, "Come out here and do something about it," Stotch replies, "Why don't you come in and say that to my face?" Cartman, in typical inflammatory fashion, removes his mask and responds, "Yeah? Can I come say it to your face? I'll come to say it to your face," prompting a panicked Stotch to exclaim, "No, no, no, no!" That's exactly what I'm talking about. There's a hilarious both sides to this, I think everybody on my channel knows my position on it. But, also outside of being overweight, I'm not really in the high-risk categories. And, it just, fortunately for me, I do internet marketing during the day and YouTube. My life has changed almost not at all since the lockdowns. Now, my wife lost her job. Not great. In fact, suboptimal. So it's not like I haven't been affected at all by it. But I've just maintained a more, I would say, realistic attitude about it. Hey, if you want to stay home, stay home. You want to wear your mask, wear your mask. You want to go, get the preventative measures done, then go do that. It's not my place to tell you how to live your life. There are many decisions we make. Now, I'm also a shop local guy, which isn't that easy anymore. Shopping local used to mean you'd get better products at more reasonable prices. Now that's not always the case. And some people just can't afford to pay an extra $50 in groceries to shop local. Some people can't afford to buy their lawnmower at the local shop because it's $100 more than the big box store 5 minutes away. And I would never judge somebody for that. But, my opinion on everything, I'm hoping that, Main Street can start to get opened again because, apparently you can't get the coof at Walmart, but you can at Jim's Hardware. Anyway, guidance counselor Mr. Mackey is then seen encouraging students to get all the preventative substances. The reason I'm not saying that word is because I think YouTube, I'm not even sure I'll be able to title this video, but anyway, bring them to school as a part of an unclear scheme. Shortly afterward, Cartman gets a strange $2,000 offer in exchange for one. And towards the end of the clip, Butters is seen having joined a group called the Little Cuties, apparently a riff on the conspiracy group. I just wanted to believe in something that would get me out of the house, says Butters. I think that you're going to see a lot of hypersensitivity from the media, and that doesn't even air until tomorrow night. To me, I don't even know where I can watch it anymore. Do you have to watch it on HBO Max? I think you can watch it on MTV. I don't know. I don't pay for cable anymore. I'll have to wait till, maybe an hour or two later to watch it. But I can also watch Twitter have meltdowns over it. This is not even that long ago. This is February 14th of last year. Progressive activists try to cancel South Park on Twitter. South Park is trending on Twitter these days. People don't like it. Well, many people do, but they just quietly enjoy the show from the comfort of their own home. The ones who don't like it need you to know about it because it's not too late for you to change and be like them. What a great line. Who wrote this? Quinn Patrick. Was that a firsty? Firsty boy name. What is these days activists hate comedians? Wait, I think I might know. It's probably because while many activists are atheists, they are vehemently religious about their particular cause. And if you don't share that same passion, you're a heretic. You, as a comedian, may joke about a broad range of issues, just not their issues. This is something that I try to explain to people, and when you start to watch for it, it's really quite eye-opening. Comedians, their primary job is to entertain, to make you laugh. Now, I like dry humor, so a lot of my favorite comedians are like, that's how... Norm Macdonald is hands down, my opinion, the funniest comedian alive, by a large margin, but everybody has different tastes. Regardless of what your taste is in comedy, you laugh. You used to laugh at Saturday Night Live, and you used to laugh at, late night show hosts. But modern day comedians don't want your laughs. What do they want? They want your applause. That's how to know the difference. Comedians get laughs. Activists get applause. That's why all these owning Drumpf comedians, they're getting a lot of slay queens and yas king. Oh, Orange Man bad. Oh, that's not comedy. Political comedy, in my opinion, is some of the laziest crap around there. Not to say it's not funny. I mean, I thought Obama's anger translator was really hilarious from Key and Peele. One of the few sketches that I found funny on that show. But this continues. I mean, this brings up your old friend Dana Schwartz. In retrospect, it seems impossible to overthink the cultural damage done by South Park. The show that portrayed earnestness as the only sin and taught that mockery is the ultimate inoculation against all criticism. This seems to be the recent trend on social media. Funny how politics today is just like fashion. I'm curious what's to see next. What are going what are going to be the new hot political spring issues. I never want to be behind on the times. In an interview with the CBC, feminist author Lindsay West said of the show, South Park is obsessed with irreverence, but I think that irreverence needs to be deployed strategically and tactically. In other words, only deployed when I, Lindsay West, agree with the premise. She went on to say, and I deploy irreverence to tear down or sort of puncture ideas that I don't think deserve reverence. Whereas South Park has always fetishized irreverence in a way that it's like irreverence for irreverence's sake. It's almost like this Lindsay West, feminist author, got a word of the day calendar and she peeled it off, and irreverence was the word for that day. You know, it's hilarious to me how sensitive these people are, because South Park has always poked fun at both sides of the aisle, in my opinion. That's why it's funny. They're making fun of the 3% on this side and the 3% on that side. Now, those groups get a lot of press, whether it's, you know, to use them to smear the other side, or, you know, which is common, right? I take a lot of these far left weirdos and dunk on them. I try to go out of my way and say, like, look, this isn't quote unquote liberals TM. This is a far left weirdo. Now, people on the left don't seem to do that because, you know, they painted every Trump supporter as every bad word in the book. But South Park has always done a good job lampooning some of the most absurd topics. We saw this with trans athletes last year. People really didn't like that one because it puts perspective around some issues that desperately need it. I'll be looking forward to the impending cancellation attempt by angry activists and Twitter losers. But I'll be tuning in to watch the 1 hour South Park special on Wednesday. I hope it's hilarious. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.